Alright, have and have not fans, this video is about two new characters who are introduced to the series for weird reasons. Yet more people trying to get money. Make sure you like this video, and since we got two new characters who apparently move $5 million, 5 plus 2 is 7, let's try to get this video to 77 likes. Also hit subscribe if you are new, and hit the bell icon and select all. That way you're notified whenever I post new content to the channel, and follow me on social media. All the links in the description below. In this video we're talking about Katheryn's accountants, Don and John. Okay, well, in any case, their whole stick is Bulk and Skull. Seriously, when I saw him I just thought about Bulk and Skull from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah, I made an old school reference, so sue me. Their biggest thing was they were basically exclaiming their joy at the fact that, oh man, it sucks that Katheryn got arrested for allegedly killing Jennifer Sallison, the DA, but, oh, we're going to get power of attorney. Oh, they were so sure they were the chosen ones. They were so sure they were the ones who were going to be given the power over the estate and the money. And they had their own ulterior motives, pretty much moving some of the money underneath Katheryn's nose in order to invest in their own business. I believe, yeah, $5 million. But I think when we were introduced to the characters, look, I don't know which one is which. I think John is the one who was in like the red fuchsia shirt, and then John was like the younger looking one. But in any case, he was on the phone with a potential client, and then he's like, yeah, Katheryn Cryer is one of our clients that we're accountants for. She's given us permission to use her name when we're trying to get other clients. So it seemed legit. I'm like, okay, that's great. But then you find out, nope, they're foul. Basically, they get a call from Marty, and the funny thing is, oh, they're at this like steak restaurant place. Like they're ordering, oh yeah, let's get some champagne. Oh, they're ordering out like they got their tax refund. They're ordering like they got their stimulus check. But then they come to realize, shit, we should have ordered from the dollar menu, because they get a call from Marty as expected, because they were excited. Like, no, let Marty call us. Let's not call him. And then they go meet with him. They're like, hey, can you save our table? Sure thing, we'll be right back. They go to Marty's. Marty sits them down and lets them know that Hannah, the maid, has been given all the power. And then they try to claim that, oh, Katheryn must be out of her mind. Is this insanity? Well, what's going on here? But Marty's like, nope, I just talked with her. Hannah is trusted by Katheryn, and that's good enough for me. And kind of like with Wyatt calling out Jimmy for being a half-breed, I kind of felt the elitism or classism or classist attitude, whatever the word is, when they were describing Hannah as the maid. I think even Marty said once or twice, yes, I'll let you know when I arrange the meeting with the maid so you can talk for yourself. Basically, they were trying to usurp the power. They're like, you know what, let's play our old game, man. Let's go ahead. Remember the Sims account when we got their name like taken off of everything, so we had control? That's pretty much what they planned to do. But Marty's like, look, Katheryn is not going to respond in kind. You need to respect her wishes and let Katheryn do what she wants to do. She agreed to give the power to Hannah. We should respect those wishes, and remember, you work for her, not the other way around. So they go back to the restaurant, and again, I forget which one is Don and which one is John, but one of them is like pretty headstrong on, you know what, we need to go to the courts, we need to get a judge in order to get this turned over. But then the other brother, he's like, no, because if we get a judge involved, they're going to look at everything, and if they look at everything, they're going to look at all of our previous foul play. And one of them is like, you know what, hey, she's just a maid. She doesn't know about accounting. She doesn't know about this stuff. They're freaking out. Well, because they had already moved to $5 million. Now, I don't know if they did this before or after the Katheryn got arrested, but in any case, they're like, if we're not in charge of the money, then that means the maid could get blamed for this. This could blow up in her face, and we just sit back and let it happen. That's pretty much the approach they're going to take on this. Pretty much, you know what? We'd already moved the money, whatever, and the maid's going to be blamed. But I don't know. Hannah might be a little more intelligent with this money than we think. I mean, trust and believe, like when you don't have a lot of money growing up or whatever, and then you suddenly get some, you'll be paying attention to that money like a hawk. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to be blowing money, but you'll definitely keep track of the money, so to speak. So we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. But do you think these accountants will get away with it? Do you think they'll try to sabotage Hannah in some way? Obviously they are, because they've already goofed up and now they're going to try to shift the blame to Hannah. However, you could make the argument that Marty might look at things closely and see that, okay, the $5 million was moved at this specific time, but, you know, Hannah became, had power of attorney at this specific time. So it's possible this $5 million was moved prior to Hannah taking the power. Not to mention the whole situation of the Wyatt inheritance. I mean, that's a whole different thing. Plus, it wasn't even $5 million. It was more. So I wonder if that's going to play a role in that, because what if Don and John find out about Hannah's 2 children taking all that money that doesn't belong to them? I feel like, to be completely honest, I feel like that's the most damning thing for Hannah right now. The fact that her own kids have almost $10 million of Crier estate money. I'm just saying, if they found out that, then they could definitely use that against Hannah, as opposed to trying to sabotage her any other way because of their own $5 million screw up. So what do you think about this? Do you think that these two will actually make it through with their plans? Do you think that Katheryn will find out and have them fired or killed? Or do you think they're just kind of filler characters? Because honestly, I kind of don't see their point to the plot, but we'll find out. I mean, it just goes back to how we have way too many characters in the show and not enough good story, because if nothing else, these two being in the story, and this is no shade towards the actors, no, I'm talking about the characters and what they bring to the plot so far. They've only made a couple of appearances, so maybe when their story stretches out, we'll see more. But I feel like this is just going to be dragging the Crier money thing in yet another direction. You have Candace and Benny with the Wyatt inheritance, and now you have these 2 accountants trying to, jack power from Hannah to take control of all the estate's money. So it's getting old fast. Unless some of the money is going to be sent to my account, I don't give a damn. That's honestly how I feel right now about it. But I mean, speaking of 2 random characters who work for Katheryn, you had Broderick and Rocky a couple seasons, prior. They both worked at the hotel. They were running a prostitution ring. They got called out for it, and then Katheryn wanted to have a lot of threesomes. Lord, do you think she'll want to have a threesome with Don and John for taking that money? I could probably see that happening. Anyway, let me know your thoughts below. And speaking of money, if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And with that being said, let me know your thoughts on this video and the topic in the comment section below. And maybe I'll join in for a little while to see what the comments say and give you my 2 cents too. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope everyone has a great day.